Take your time. Did they say praising the Lord? See, that's when you know you got hell in your body when you can't stick around to watch God move. That's when he comes in the room. I know y'all hear that. Y'all ain't gonna tell me you don't hear that. If I sit this round any of them Christianities, I'm in trouble. I'm going straight to hell. Because I was playing with God. They don't even know who God is. That's why they need a gun. Oh, my road. He giving me all of my medicine in that goddamn road. Hey, trouble. Trouble don't last always. Hey. Oh, oh, hey. Trouble don't last always. Hey. Oh. Hey. If it's somebody got pain right here, you better put your hand right there, buddy. I don't know who got it, but it's right here on you. Hey. See how hard that was? All you had to do was let it go. But hell's on time. Bring their ass here, hell. Come here, hell. Bring your hellion of a ass here. Get here, hell. Get your ass over here, hell. Come here, hell. Come here, hell. Bring your ass over here, you little hellions. You're full of hell with your stinking, crusty crevices of asses. And that is God ass. I want you to take your godly ass on and understand that trouble don't last always. And hell, you see hell? You want me to show you hell? Hell, goddammit. Hell is always on time. Y'all ain't never noticed hell on time? Y'all didn't see hell being on time? Why is it, listen, understand this. Why is it hell on time for some, but others of us, we feeling like it's right on time? I don't know what the hell went on over in Hellville that they going through, but I know one thing about it. My hell was worse than theirs. They had warning. I ain't have no warning. Not when I was a star over there by my damn self. I did not have warning. Hell always be on time. Hell always on time. And I'm gonna dedicate this live to, yet again, I got a knuckle sandwich head ass one that's trying to step up on the stage, and I'm trying not to remember his name. I'm trying to give him a chance not to come back again. I'm trying to give him a chance not to come back. I'm trying to give him a chance not to be the new, brand new, convicted Laura Loomer. See, I don't want Trump's pastor. I don't want him to be like that, because if he become the new Laura Loomer, what happens is, Trump, you don't have that type of ally. See, because remember Trump, remember the last ally you had, which you was going in the right direction. You remember Billy Graham? Come on, Trumpette. Do you remember Billy Graham, Trump? I wonder, do Trumpette remember Billy Graham? See, that was the last best pastor ally that you had. And that's the direction you should have continued to go in. You decided to change pastors, huh? Like, why did you change pastors, Trumper? Why did you change pastors and go to a pastor that's full of hell? Double L, triple L, put an S on the L's, put a God hell, put your goddamn ass up and toot it, boot it like you in hell. Can you please take your nose and stick it so far up your goddamn penny toe and make sure it come back out and it tell you, tickle you over here, and then say, get me out to hell, because I can't hardly hear what this woman is saying, because I damn sure can't understand her. I thought I knew all the books of the Bible. Idolatry. Idolatry. Denise said, Drika, Donnie or Denise? I think it's a Denise. That's the last one. She said, am I a devil? Donnie said, godly don't act this way. So when we say godly don't act this way, how many gods do you know need a gun to guard the territory? Let's answer me a question. I would like to talk to, let me have him, let me have her look up at me. I would like to talk to Donnie in the chat. And if you one of those white cats, I would like for you to get back, because I own that pet house as well. So yes, my name is Lilith. Do you know how to holler if you hear me? Do you know who Lilith is? I knew one of you knuckleheads would fly in and finally see me. How you doing today? You already know who Lilith is, don't you? I would like for you, Donna and Donnie, I would like for you to spread the word. And I would like for them to understand that we didn't know where Lilith went at. But I could tell you she's risen, and she's not going anywhere. So if you want to ask me, am I a witch? God damn it, yes. And I'll put God on your ass. That's a G-A-U-W-D. Now back up, because I don't need a gun. That's a weapon. I get you with my back scratcher. Now get your ass off the stage. You did not comply, knucklehead. Godly. You think God would be around here separating the color? You want to talk about godly? Shut the F up. Charlie speaking. Lilith had to take a seat. So when you talk about godly, which one of your gods left here with a division like this? When Jesus left this earth, was there any confliction with Jesus? The people that did not believe in Jesus, they peacefully went on and didn't believe in Jesus. So when you say godly, I want to know, why did the God that you all sit, kneel, and serve to, Mr. Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace. Please be at peace, and you are, because that's why I'm standing. Now shut the F up. Charlie speaking. I mean, the last God that you all have treasured and trolled was Charlie, but I don't understand how, because though that's when you put Charlie Kirk in front of me, that's a conflicting God. So I thought you all Christianities believe that no, you don't get to choose different gods like that. You're not supposed to be attached to anybody like that. You're not supposed to be attached to a flag. You're not supposed to be attached to a gun. And if I can recall, Charlie Kirk, he stood still on amendment number 2. And it looks like y'all are fighting hard for open carry. So tell me which God did that. Because even when Jesus walked the earth, Jesus did not walk the earth with a gun. Jesus did not walk the earth with a pistol. So if the last thing you need to remember from me, I'm going to walk this earth with my voice. I'm going to walk this earth with my weapon. And I'm going to walk this earth with my weapons. And I'm going to walk this earth with my integrity. I'm standing firm. God come before it all. And until you rest your soul, you're going to see more hell. Like it or not. So if you want to call me a witch, Lilith, say, how you doing tonight? Would you like to go out on a date? Do you think I'm cute? Do I look like the earth? Do I look more like Michelle Obama? Or do I look more like that Capricorn earth? You like my gloves? You like my cat suit? I mean, you do know cats do like to roam through the woods. And cats tend to catch all different type of animals. So let's remember that. So you want to know, am I one? Have you ever seen Lilith look like this before? Have you ever seen or heard Lilith, goddamn it, make you sit down and listen to what she just said? So you damn right. Lilith has roles. So would you do me a favor, Donnie Fresh? Would you send the word out there? And would you let them know? I don't think you want me to drag through the streets, do you? So if you want to know if I'm a witch, meow. Am I a cat? But remember, I'm backed up by guard dogs. And y'all think I'm joking. Now back to Christianity. Oh, y'all shut the F up. I think that was Charlie speaking. Charlie said, Charlie didn't have those type of balls. Charlie was so inundated with being a this type of Catholic and being a this type of this over here. They didn't know which one. And he got so inundated with trying to choose between the two. He put himself in the middle of the wrong stuff. But I said, sit your ass down, Charlie. You don't see me here explaining myself. I'm trying to tell y'all what the truth is. I didn't have the balls to do it. But when I sat back and I listened to things, I said, yeah, I got the cat dogs too, though. Hey, Donnie. That's Donnie Cat. Donnie Cat stepped on the stage and Donnie Cat had something to say. Donnie Cat wanted to know was I was a witch. And Donnie Cat said I must be a witch because God don't do these things. So I had to remind old Donnie Gotti that, hey, Donnie Gotti, remember this, Donnie Gotti. I want you to remember, Donnie Gotti, which one of God's hands was put on a gun? Because if God don't do things like I'm doing, I only got a hand up at you. Are you scared of this hand? What, you don't need your back scratched? I mean, sometimes when we sleeping, God damn it, scratch that back. Just get your back scratched. You'll massage a little bit. You want to know if I'm a goddamn cat? Hey, I'm a cat. You asked me, was I a devil? Am I a witch? How you going to say I'm a witch? I mean, which witch y'all going to believe? Because everybody tell me they ain't never heard of a real witch before. Oh, but that lady acted like a witch. Okay, but what is a real witch? How does a real witch act? How does a real witch act? So now that you see a real goddamn witch in the flesh, goddamn it, now that you see a real witch that has risen, can you do me a favor? Make sure you remember this, probably the best looking witch you ever itched. And you wish you shitn't. I could take a word out of that and come up with about 5 or 6 words if I really stop and think about it. I could take that word that I just put out there just now and I could fling that thing right back in your goddamn face. And I said, got it, God. There's a couple of different ways I could fling that goddamn word around. Don't let me go to thinking on y'all ass. I go to thinking and I turn it and I pop and I, witch. I mean, speaking of godly, I mean, I can't remember the last time God left here and God cared about a color. God didn't care about a color. If God felt like you did someone wrong, what would God do? I mean, and tell me the God that you're looking at right now when you think about that. Because I know a lot of y'all don't even know who the hell God is, but you make like you do and you act, oh, God, he's up there in the sky and I know he's there. And now, God damn, is that so? When you being a God, when you go up and you God and you on your knees and you in your heart because something so heartfeltly happened to you, who you be talking to? All men? So how all the men got the answer for all the women? My God to be. They go to talking about things and then they get all tongue twisted and tied up and then they go to putting scoot dootens on their ass and put toots. I mean, and they knock their ass up into crevices and I say, whoa, 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 whoa. But when you got on your knees, I'm not talking about what your Bible say, goddammit, because Christianity ain't gonna get you there. Scratch his back, cut her eyes, and tell her to look at you. She ain't seen it look like you before, did she? I snatched this goddamn pom-pom off my head, that Durbane. You see that Durbane that I take and I put as that cat sack? Man, please, you think I come dressed any kind of ways for nothing? Well, actually I do, because when I wake up in the morning, I really don't think about what I'm gonna put on, but when I look like this, I say, damn. And if I say damn, goddamn it, that mean I got to come and say something, because I'm telling y'all, every time I try to quit y'all stinking asses, y'all come back in my damn face. I want y'all to stop making me come back here and talk about their ass like stinking crusted dog cat food. I can't wait till I can fix my cat food. Man, I'm telling y'all, I be having to get it out. I have to get it out. If I don't get it out real quick, I'm telling you, so by the time they see me, they're going to say, oh, look how she was acting. But that's when I got your ass. And I started acting that way according to anything else. I don't know you. Y'all better ask these people, do they know me? Say, anybody you meet that know me, if they really know me, they'll be able to answer a question about them and I. I don't know y'all. So when y'all see me cutting up like this, I'm saying, I don't know you. I'm really just meeting you once you address me on this. Hey, Mr. Trump's pastor, you the one brought this conversation upon us. Do you know the definition of idolatry? Does anybody honestly know the definition of idolatry? But a guy came in and said, am I a witch? And I asked, well, what do you mean, am I a witch? Does witches act like this? Does witches get your attention just because she got a witch paw? But this is a male paw, right? Every time y'all see a cat claw, y'all don't reference this paw coming from a woman. Y'all really, in y'all mind, y'all reference this paw coming from a man. Y'all reference this hand. Anything that hits the market, you all automatically reference it to a man. But now that I'm holding it as a woman that they wanted to call me, you still not going to accept the fact that you're the one put this in my hand. You're the one putting this in my hand. You whippersnapper. You're not referencing this hand coming from a woman. Oh, this arm, I think this is a man's arm. I can see it by the joints. I do test. But let it have a bump in the stomach. Let it have any little thing that reference any type of woman. Big knees. But you put this in my hand and you're going to ask me, am I a witch? Because now I'm holding it. But I want to know, so if I'm a witch, that means Charlie must be the devil. Because Charlie wanted people to put guns in their hand. Which one would you want your children to put there? Would you want your children to have a gun in their hand? Or would you want them to have something like this in their hand? And this is talking to the true Christians. This is talking to the true Cubans, true Africans, true whoever. We're talking to the true that honestly want peace. I would prefer to see someone with this in their hand. God damn it. Am I a witch? So what would you have called me if I would have had this in my hand? But I'm a witch. But you white people are the one that are the biggest supporters of Halloween. If you're the biggest supporter of Halloween, God damn it, which one of these do you want this black woman to hold? Who is the owner of this? Who is the owner of this? When y'all give creepy sales and y'all make y'all money, it's okay. But I'm a witch because I stand firm on who God is. And I stand firm that Trump pastor, the definition behind him is idolatry. So if you're calling me a witch, because I would prefer this plastic, lasting memory, and you still have to hear my voice, I would prefer that over giving your whole life and soul over support of a gun, over reports of not even understanding what reparation even is, to even be giving an input. Any type of conversation that's ever heard, it's always about black people are the lowest. I don't come here and support any of your religion, but if I draw to your church, it's not your religion. It's the soulful part of it that I get out of there. And that's what anybody should be looking for. And I'm not sure why Trumpster would even be supporting yet the second people where he have not stood for the right and the wrong side to this. Now I see his pastor that he's supporting is continuing the same rhetoric about black people as a pastor. As a pastor. And Trump is the one that even stood for reparation for blacks. So why all of a sudden he's the biggest supporter of Charlie Kirk, but Charlie Kirk is the one that's totally dead set against it? So why wouldn't Trump stand firm? Why wouldn't you stand firm on things for the country? Not the money, but for the people. Unless you're wanting division right now. And you're going to ask me, am I a witch? So should I give Charlie the medal of devil? And anybody out there, she's racist. No, you're racist. You're racist. And especially a racist if you're following Trump pastor. And I can't wait till you see this one. And you ought to be glad I don't remember your stank ass, cotton picking ass, goddamn it, pants of a name you got, boy. Because by the time I get to your ass and then you get around me, who is that? Put the National Guard on her. You scared? How long you think Trump gonna support you? How long you think it gonna be before Charlie? You ain't hear Charlie? Charlie said, Trump not standing firm. You forgot Trump used to follow Billy Graham. Y'all don't know who Billy Graham is? You don't know who Billy Graham is? Look back at how Trump used to support Billy Graham. If you remember Billy Graham was the last most powerful, honest pastor that walked. No matter what he did in the beginning of his life, he found somewhere in his life to do what God sent him to do. And Billy Graham did just that. And when Billy Graham did just that, Billy Graham demanded what Jesus sent him to do. And he preached what Jesus sent him to do. And you want to follow a pastor? You go back and you follow Billy Graham. Billy Graham would have never left here to listen to a pastor that Trump is supporting talk about blacks should be kneeling on their knees, should be so grateful for life because they were saved by them. They need to stop begging and get off their knees. And basically he's insinuating stop being bums no matter how many times we kick you down like we did your Igor families. And if I'm not mistaken, he's not even from here. Yet another one. And you believe to tell me that this is the Billy Graham that Donald J. Trump would have been supporting? Do you really believe that Billy Graham wouldn't have had anything to say about the behavior that's going on right now? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? Do you honestly think that Billy Graham, of all pastors that we can remember as of today, do you really think Billy Graham wouldn't have been going around the world right now, all the states, preaching about peace, harmony, tranquility, silence, prayer? He wouldn't have even cared what your religion was. Billy Graham wouldn't have cared. Billy Graham went to any and every country that he can go to. He didn't even care about color. Think about Billy Graham. So why would we have a president for the second time show us in the flesh? And by the time I get up there and these videos are being shown, everybody will be silent by then, and they'll definitely be listening to me. And if I have to sit back with anybody and pay attention to this video again, I'm probably going to have some more questions and answers, because they're looking down at me right now. But Billy Graham, I guarantee he's proud of me. I bet you he's proud of me. Because not only did me and Billy Graham, I feel, meet at a different place, and it was at the perfect place. I was sleeping and woke up and remembered him. And I didn't even really remember him like that. And I sat and gorged out. And I just got connected. And I'm like, he didn't care about anything. Right is right and wrong was wrong. And he stood his big, tall ass just like that. And he didn't care. He didn't give a damn. He didn't care about them kicking him out. But guess what? It was only one place. And if you all think I'm not telling the truth, I remember this in a 2-hour documentary of him. Go look at the most recent. The only place, and this is verifiable, Billy Graham, and it's just me meeting him really. And I remember this one tidbit that connects us with today. I can remember Billy Graham saying it hurt him to the bottom of his heart that he went to the White House, one of the big houses. And he repeated some things that they did in the White House, and it was kneeling on his knees, and it offended the president. And he prayed that he would get a chance to get back to the White House. That was a story that sat with him in his life, and they gave him a second chance there. And in that second chance was when Billy Graham also met Donald Trump in there. Not just a second chance, but because he had a second chance, he was eventually able to even been going enough to where he met Donald Trump in there. And Donald Trump was so sincere and loving and Christianitying with Billy Graham. And Billy Graham held that against his own heart because he kneeled and he was speaking things that happened when he went in the White House. I'm sure it wasn't things that everybody should know. You goddamn president, why shouldn't you take a mental evaluation? Why not? If we start seeing signs that you're not mentally able to make decisions anymore and sound decisions, we need to be able to vote you out. You don't get to just step down at your disclosure and your discrepancies and your days and your time and your wants and needs. You don't get to do that. And that's one thing I'm going to make sure I push. You have to get out there too. But those should be bigger decisions. Even bigger than a president. See, that they're not sitting back thinking about what's the resolution to things. The only thing that they're worried about is the power and the control and the money. But what happens when you push the goddamn people down so far and the only people living is millionaire billionaires? What, y'all gonna outkill each other? Then have the next goddamn planets in the chaos? Before that happened, y'all already gonna meet me. Yeah, I was talking about Billy Graham. Billy Graham already know me. You think Billy Graham happy with the way y'all left his goddamn earth? Billy Graham ain't happy about that. You don't think he had to send her back? So you want to ask me, am I a witch? Goddammit. Did Lilith come from hell? Or did she rise up with the stinking funky ass smell? You better come on in the room. You better come on in the room. You better come on in this room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. You better come on in the room. You think Billy Graham was going to sit back and let one of the best pastors, because you don't think Trump going to eventually push him up? You got to have some pastor in the house, don't you? When y'all going to start bringing the pastor in the room, old Trumper? Because by the time they see this video right here, you going to have a whole bunch of Christianity points piled up against your ass. Yeah, Christianity, because when they go to following the wrong goddamn contract, guess what? All y'all going to be boo-too-too right over there to the side. And all these people with me, we going to say, well, when was y'all going to talk about some real church? When y'all was going to come in and get all y'all videos, goddamn it, blocked and banned because you using church music? Because you having you with the people? When we going to talk about that? When we going to talk about, before I ever lick your ass and then spit you to the side, when we going to talk about, I do tell y'all about my God, because he is my God, she is my God, and I'm the God dog on that. Hey, Billy, I need to start bringing Billy in. I got extra people to go to bringing in. See how they come to roaming all around me and stuff? And y'all talk about, am I a witch? God damn it, do you be to the graveyard with me? You don't go visit nobody out there you love. You don't go visit nobody you ain't seen in a long time. God damn, well, who you playing with? Man, listen, this why I talk. This why I don't like to play with people, man. Don't bring me all over there around the woods and people be acting like they smarter than me and stuff. I said, man, y'all can act smarter than me and you won't. That's why I don't sit around y'all stinking greasy asses. This for the letter M on y'all ass. That's why Billy Graham didn't come back down here. I said, Billy, man, if Billy Graham was here, he'll put his old head on y'all ass. But the problem with it is, a lot of y'all folk, it would have been a big clash. Big clash. Big clash. Big clash. It would have been a big clash because not really many black folk really followed Billy Graham. That's where the problem went at. Right there. See, the real true values. Billy Graham had that age. Remember, great-granddaddy. If Billy Graham was here right now, which one of the pastors do you think Trump would have around him? I'm only asking questions because it looked like, I mean, these days ain't nobody going to answer me. Because they don't give a damn about me. Sometimes I look at the people, I say, damn, nobody really looked at me. I say, my God, they don't look at me. They damn sure don't pay me. I say, I come here, I say, they better be glad I be looking at myself. As long as I'm looking at myself, I say, somebody there with you, girl. Don't worry about it. And I go to answer my goddamn self. And I say, the problem with it is, if I got to ask one more question and answer myself too, I'm going to have a whole lot of work to backtrack on. Either I'm going to have work to backtrack on, or I'm going to have such cat dogs, they're going to catch the catch. They're going to say, wait a minute, wait, back up. Y'all remember when she said this right here? Let's put a date on that. And then they're going to say, is she a witch? Goddamn, is God real? I mean, because if God real, then y'all should tell me why Charlie is still talking. Look like they listening. You got the flow, God, this. I wonder why Charlie's still talking. I say, damn, just look at her. Looky. Charlie ain't even getting no kind of recognition. I'm talking about the right recognition. I say, see there? That's why people get two-faced with themselves. This why. This right here is why people get two-faced with themselves. Think about your own self. This is why we get two-faced with ourselves, because sometimes we get two-faced with ourselves because we have to. We have to be two-faced with ourselves because sometimes in order not to be two-faced with yourself, what happens? You feel like you can't get to the next level. You feel like you can't move on. You feel like you can't progress. You feel like you just still stuck. So I got to do this right here. It's devious, deceitful, but man, I know it's going to get me to the next level. At least that'll give me a free boost, even though I suffered inside to do that, what I did. But God damn, I'm tired of it. I'm just trying to get somewhere. So guess what we did? We shadowed ourselves right there. That's what Charlie did. I told you I shut the F up. God damn it, Charlie speaking. I mean, sometimes me being Charlie, I become Lily. It depends on how rageful I get with myself. And then try to show folk that, yeah, I did it. You don't see what you're doing. Look in the mirror. Sometimes you got to do things in order to get to the next level. But you got to understand this too. And that's for these shadowers that won't let it go. See, because Charlie's speaking. And on one side of that shadower, I had to do whatever I needed to do because I was looking at the dollar bills. I wasn't slowed down enough to even pay attention that, wait a minute, the dollar bill's already here. The dollar bill's already got it. The dollar bill's already set up. I mean, I'm only young. God damn. How old y'all think I was when I had to get pushed out there like Charlie? So I'm only trying to say, and I'm only trying to understand that when you go to looking too far up there and it's only the money side of it that you see and the money side of it that you see right there in that moment, we think we signed the right contract. Yeah, because we could see this, we could see this, we could see this, we got this. But guess what? Some of that gets so slow goddamn down until you don't never get to take a deep goddamn breath to even go and enjoy it no more. And it's so deep down embedded into you until you just on one side of it and you so deep over there until you like, God damn, man. You like, man, I just honestly, I don't care about the money no more. I really don't care about none of this. I really don't give a damn. I mean, because Charlie, I don't know. I might not be real. I mean, I don't know. Like, people be talking about me in the news right now. I say, shut the F up, Charlie speaking. Y'all talking about me in the news right now, talking about I'm dead. I mean, everybody think I'm dead. Then when I end up talking to somebody, they be like, whoa, I didn't know you was around. I say, yeah, I'm still living. Ask everybody that talked to me. Everybody. I'm about to go to a funeral. Rest in peace. Her name is Ethel May by the time they see this. And I'm saying to myself, yeah. I bet you when I go to her funeral, if I decide to go, everybody in there gonna see me. And they, oh, I ain't seen you in so long. And the last thing they do remember about me is something good. Guaranteed. Unless you had to get the claw dog. And you all know who you are. And you heard me say y'all. But I thought about that. I'm like, no, I'm not dead. I'm still here. The man just asked me, are you a witch? Because God wouldn't do this. I said, are you a itch? I mean, what letter you want me to put there, Mitch? Are you a snitch? Are you, what is it? Snitch? Are you, listen, would you like me to keep going? Y'all know good and well I'll come up with some words on your ass over there. But what you think happens when you get so tired and inundated and dot. Because again, I did not say that Charlie Kirk is still alive. You guys have to go to Candace Owens. Candace Owens is dropping news. She's dropping the beat. She's dropping the heat. Candace News Center over there. Anytime I tell you to go give her a chance, listen. I don't give a damn what they're going to bump heads. It's all going to lead back to my same goddamn analogy. Sit down, Lilith. I know you ready to come out. I know you ready to tell the other side when Charlie gave it up and said, ooh, I'd rather be Lilith. I know y'all ready for that side, but guess what? I'm trying to take a deep breath because somebody said that Charlie was dead, and then somebody said that Charlie is not dead, and then I'm looking over and I'm like, man, the closest one that I've seen in Charlie life, if truth be told, in my heart so far, has been Candace Owens. And I don't know if I'm going to go along with Candace Owens, but if I was Candace Owens, girl, you better get permission to dig him up. Get permission, Candace, if the daughter-in-law, if the daughter-in-law loves her husband that much to prove to the world that someone truly is dead. Dig them up. For me, the way everybody is praising Charlie Kirk, to me, it would be worth knowing. Is he really alive? I wouldn't believe anybody else until they start stepping forward, because the only one that I keep hearing talking for some reason is Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica, because I'm the Edrika, but people always, I don't know why they always call me Erica. And I'm like, I never could understand why they called me Erica. And I'm like, damn, when I thought about it, I say, oh, because sometimes I get along very well with Barbies. Because when I think about it, I say, oh my God, what a Barbie. I say, because you got Barbie me, Lilith, and then you also got Legally Black Jasmine Crockett. I say, my God, to be. And then we got a whole nother type of Barbie. Y'all over there seeing Tasha K. I say, damn, and then I go to the list. I say, y'all, and then y'all got another Barbie. Y'all go over there to the list. Y'all see Kendra G. And then you add a whole nother Barbie to the damn list. Then you go, oh my God, you add Peach McIntyre. And then you go down the damn list again. And then you say you got another peach on the tree. Then you say who you got this time to be. Then you look at Mecca Dreams. And then you go up over again. And then you say, wait a minute. Is that 303 priest, highest priest? I'm like, you got so many goddamn Barbie dolls on the tree, man. Y'all got a whole lot of things that we need to be. And that's a shout out to all of them. Because I'm in hell. You want to know if I'm a goddamn witch? I mean, how many witches bring these type of itches up? Because these were some good itches. And when I said no table goes unturned, when I get there, baby, you better know it. I'm going to give you something to look back at that. And this man wanted to ask me, I said, if you don't sit your sassy cat ass down, if you don't sit your cotton picking ass down, Donnie honey, sit down, don't come back out. And I'm trying to tell you that then Lilith came back in and Lilith said, yeah, I wanted to tell y'all the other side to Charlie. Might not tell you today. Yes, that's the other side. Stay tuned, because I always show that side. And that's that side way. You better know it, goddammit. So y'all know what idolatry is, right? Y'all know Trump wouldn't be following the pastor that he's following right now, right? So I'm still trying to understand, why didn't we get Trumpster to stand up yet? Why would Trumpster still be sitting with a pastor? I don't even know if this pastor is even white. I think this pastor came from over. This is all about religion. Y'all better go start following Candace on this. Request for it. Request for it, Candace. Request for Charlie Kirk to be proven that he's not dead. Do it. That's what I should do. I should push a campaign to prove Charlie Kirk is alive. Y'all hear that? Y'all don't hear that African song? Ooh. Listen, every single one of my videos, I mean, it ain't like they pay me for it anyway, child. Every single one of my videos, these people do me like VOD. Every one of these videos. I get, what they call it, black something where you can't blocked. And I'm saying to myself, it ain't even like y'all pay me. I get all of these views and you gives me $1.26. I say, this seemed like such a highway robbery of a goddamn lawsuit. I say, wait, I'm here now. Wait, when I puke at you, they gonna say, what happened? I say, puke. What happened? Puke, chum, chum, come back down. I don't care if I get a little scalp out your ass. I want something. Because I get to understand some of this. These type of knowledges don't make no sense to me. Don't make a bit of sense. Get back over here, Pastor, so I can end this. How you doing, Pastor? It was nice knowing you. It was a good thing that we met today under these particular circumstances. If you know the definition of idolatry, I would like you to add me back. My name is Queen. No, not Dee Dee. That's only up there to bring you in. I need to know who you are today. Then I'll tell you who I am. Lilith, shut the F up. Okay. I told you, Charlie speaking. Okay, nobody but Charlie can do it.